guys, welcome back, and oh my gosh, how amazing all the bread. I mean, I'm so proud with everybody making their bread, and it looks so good, and I hope you continue to do that through this awful stitch we're in. Today I really wanted to share a recipe that didn't use up all my flour, because it turns out I'm like the damn bakery for the entire family. So it's not using flour, it's not using eggs, it's not using sugar. I wanted to use something that just stores that I had in the pantry. What did I have? We had some dates, we have a ton of nuts and various chunks of chocolate. I decided to make a 3-ingredient chocolate covered date nut squares. They are delicious. They're on your table in what, like 5 minutes? No, it took 10 minutes to freeze. So like 15 minutes total. A great healthy dessert that uses minimal ingredients. Let's do this. How do you like this baby cake?
It's cute.
All right, so this is 3 ingredients. It's dates, it's nuts, it's chocolate. It's super simple. The first thing we're gonna do is I have about 12 dates here, but it's about a half a cup. I packed it in here just to get a little measurement. What we're gonna do is we're gonna soak those in water for 5 minutes. All it's gonna do is just kind of loosen up those dates. Sometimes you get them, they're not quite as fresh as others, but these actually are really quite fresh. Let that do its thing for 5 minutes. Next thing we're gonna do, I don't know about you, I have like odds and ends of chocolate that I'm trying to like just use up, right Josh? And what I'm gonna need is 6 ounces, so about a cup of chocolate. And I don't know if you can see behind me, I have a double boiler going. What we're gonna do is melt that chocolate. Yes, if you have a microwave in your house, you can use it to melt the chocolate. We just don't have a microwave. We haven't had a microwave since Anthony was a baby. And this is like a nice dark chocolate. No milk chocolate here, because we want this chocolate to really set up. Actually, this could almost be vegan. Would some vegan say? So there we go. I've got like a pretty packed cup of chocolate there. You got that? We're gonna put it in our double boiler and just get that melting. So we've got half cup of dates soaking. We've got our chocolate. Ooh, there's one left. Got our chocolate melting, and now we're gonna use a cup and a half of nuts. And this could be any nut, a mixture of nuts, anything. This is why I love this, especially right now, being able to use up just kind of like all these odds and ends of nuts that you have in your house. So I'm gonna use a little bit of a mixture of almonds. I have some sliced almonds. I don't know why I have sliced almonds. I'm gonna use a mixture of almonds and walnuts. So again, it's 1.5 cups. So that was a half cup, another half cup. Josh doesn't like almonds quite as much.
Almonds, I don't like walnuts.
Walnuts, this is the walnuts you don't care for as much. So we'll only go a half a cup of those. So that's it. Our dates are gonna finish soaking, our chocolate's gonna melt, and then this is all going to come together. That's fast. Drain our dates. We're gonna go right in. So that's a half a cup of soaked dates. We got 1.5 cups of nuts, and it's a mixture of any nuts that you want. And we're just gonna pulse. Don't you want it to be fine? Just, you want little pieces of nuts. We're not quite. It should really stick together. Well, see, that's not quite sticking together. I'm gonna get a little bit more of that. All right, that's good. So see how we can still see the nuts, but it's still very fine. Yeah, cool. Now what I have here is an 8x8 pan that I prepared with parchment. You could do this in a loaf pan if you needed to. It's just gonna be a lot thicker on the bottom with the nuts. I want this as a nice thin layer of nuts, and then the chocolate is gonna go on top of it. So all we're gonna do is just pour that date and nut mixture down on the bottom of our pan. And we're gonna kind of press it down. Ooh, this is pretty handmade wooden spoon.
Where'd that come from?
It came from a farmer's market in Des Moines, Iowa. I wish I knew the name of the people. It was this husband and wife, older couple. And they made all these really nice kitchen tools. It's where I got your left-handed spatula.
I love it.
I think my hands now, the heat from my hands, are doing a little better job of getting in there and getting it all flat. Look how easy this is coming together. I've tried this with raisins before, cranberries. Everything works if you give it a nice soak. I just happen to have dates on hand, and I think the dates work better. It all works. There you go. Just got it like really tamped down in there. And then we're gonna take our melted chocolate. There we go. That is all melted. See how nicely done that is? We're gonna pour that over top. God, looks good already. All right, you guys, that's it. Into the refrigerator for 20 minutes or freezer for 10 minutes. I think I'm gonna go freezer, and then we're gonna cut it up into bars. All right, it's been 10 minutes in the freezer, and because we put that parchment in, look how easy that popped out, Josh Summers.
Oh my God.
There you guys go. I'm gonna transfer this to a cutting board, and all we're gonna do is cut it into bars. I mean, you could break this apart even if you wanted to. I'm just gonna cut, I mean, look how easy it cuts down. And then, what do you think, squares or?
I like squares.
Josh likes a square. A little breakage on top with the chocolate, but I don't mind that at all. Actually, it kind of looks a little more artisanal. There you guys go. Look at that.
So
You
good.
want? You guys, it's a chocolate covered date nut bar. It doesn't use up any of your flour, any of your sugar, any of your eggs, all those important, somebody drive me best. All those important things that you need for bread baking or whatever else you're doing. And it's a great, like, quick dessert. It's really good. Yeah.
Delicious.
You guys, the recipes on LibbieSummers.com. The link is in the bio. Come back for more recipes. We're just working through the pantry.